One of the accusations that the congressman made at you several times during the forum was that a hedge fund manager was funding you.
That's right.
The person he's talking about, is he a hedge fund manager?
That's what I've been told by the press. Okay. This is a man that subscribes to my newsletter. I have met him. I don't know much about him. He has, I think, a remarkable background because he has, I think, a lot of training in computer technology. I think he's credited with some advances in computer technology. I don't know, because I looked it up. And I just learned the name of his hedge fund and the things you're hearing in the press about him from the press. But he's a good man. I think he's an outstanding man. And I was delighted when these people started helping me, because when we got to the end of the campaign, DeFazio didn't really compete with us on all the other things, the flyers, speeches, all this stuff. He just didn't do it. Signs, you can see the effects of that. He didn't compete in any way. He saved about $750,000 for the media. And the plan was simple: bury Robinson with this campaign of lies. So when we went into that, he had reserved $600,000 for the media space, and we reserved $250. We only had money for $200. So he was 3-to-1 up in media funds. When those people came up, it became 3-to-2. And I looked at it. I liked the ads. I think this last one's great. They got Pete buttering around in his dart with Nancy Pelosi telling him to turn left. It's kind of funny. But when they came in, the media contest became 3-2 in favor of DeFazio instead of 3-1. I was delighted because I liked the ads. I don't think it matters where a man makes his money. This man, I think, has done many outstanding things for his nation, but I know very little about him. And I didn't, of course, know that he was doing this. You're not allowed to know. You know, the laws require you not to know. I didn't know that organization existed. I didn't know he was doing this. Now I'm glad. And after November 2nd or whatever, 5th, I'm going to thank him. I'm not allowed by law to thank him earlier. I think it's a good idea. I think people should come in and look. It's a level playing field. Pete has $500,000 from transportation unions and transportation companies and lawyers and lobbyists in Washington. That's the way the system works. We've had all kinds of problems in how to fund campaign finance, you know that. And so he's got $500,000 from these special interests that he does favors for in Washington. This man comes in and spends a couple $100,000 on me. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And the public has not been fooled at all. It was all reported on October 16th. Okay? I would make a further point. In my campaign, the campaign itself, not that extra help, I think it's 99, is it 97% now, Noah, this individual?
You?
Yeah.
Except for personal, it's 99.9.
Yeah, with personal.
With personal, it's 97.
Well, about 97.
Yes.
97% of the funding of my campaign came from individual donors from their own individual bank accounts. And 3% came from me, not money. I have to count my car. I have to count everything I do, you know, wear and tear in my car and everything. Without me, and that little bit that came from 20,000 or so it's claimed, without my in-kind contributions, 99.7%?
99.9.
99.9% of the money came from individuals. In DeFazio's case, about half came from special interests.
More than half.
And more than half. And he's out here telling everybody he wants to build infrastructure for the country. It's the infrastructure companies that gave him the money. Now, I didn't start on him over that. I didn't start talking about it. But as far as I'm concerned, if he can have $500,000 from people he does favors for in Washington, why can't a man come in and help me to the tune of $200,000, especially when I need it, because I'm 3-1 behind the media? Do you guys think that's wrong? Now, I think that our campaign finance thing, the whole thing is funny, you know. It favors the incumbents. Incumbents are reelected constantly because of these rules. I don't really understand all these rules. I can tell you Noah understands more. He's the campaign manager. My son's a doctor from Caltech. Noah spent about a third of his time complying with all the FEC rules. It's just draconian. And that's and I'm not complaining about the FEC. They're doing what the Congress told them to. But the whole system is one that makes it hard to unseat incumbents. And that should be changed. Lots of people have tried, but the people making the laws are the incumbents, and we have a problem. But I'm not complaining about it. We just fought this campaign right in that thing. And it happens that private individuals gave us about as much money as the corporations gave him. So it's okay.